Hi, welcome to Adulting with Novia. I'm Novia, and today I'm going to give you a detailed look into my budget planning system, and we're also going to set up for June. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Quick disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. Like, I can't tell you how you should spend your money. I only know how I spend mine. Hey everybody, how's it going? How you doing? How you been? I've been doing great. Thanks for asking. If you are returning to watch me again, thank you for returning. If you're a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, welcome. Hi, hello. This is my channel where I try and be an adultier adult with the use of various planners and stationery supplies because I'm an addict and I need a reason to justify buying a bunch of stationery products. But whatever. If you're new here, please go ahead and click that subscribe button right now. Everyone who's watching this video, go ahead and click that like button. I just want to get that out of the way so I don't have to keep saying it because I know how annoying that can get. But anyway, let's get to this. So there are budgeting videos from a couple years ago where I show you how I budget using the bullet journaling style. I did it in the A6 stology. As you can tell, my stology love goes back a few years. But in 2020, I actually bought the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck, her printable workbook. So it kind of looks like this. This is scaled down to A5 size. So I bought it in 2020, you know, that year we don't want to mention. So I bought it in 2020 to use in 2021. And as usual, my typical size is A5 size. So I printed it down to A5 size. And I think I used it for maybe, I don't know. I want to use it until like February. And then I just gave up. So I decided to really, really hone in on my monetary goals and life goals in general, and really eat the crow and stick to a budgeting system consistently for 2022. So let's get to it. So this is a personal wide Moterm cream croc LUXE planner, and the only difference between their regular size and the LUXE is that the rings are 30 millimeter rings. It's bigger. It has a fly leaf. I mean, it's doing what it's supposed to do. I mean, and I take this thing everywhere. It goes with me everywhere. And I don't know if you can tell, but you know, there's scratches and chips and things coming off of it. And like I don't know if you can really tell that there's wear and tear along the spine in the top here, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. I buy my things to be used, not to look pretty all the time. But anyway, I'm gonna take these out. That's personal. So inside, you open it, there is this cover here that's part of a printable set from Justinian's Printables, where like their title pages of like various needs. So I printed out just the budget one, but there's like a slew of them. There's like over 100 different types of covers. So you can be like your business or, you know, calendar, monthly, weekly, daily, like there's 100 different cover choices in that printable. But the only one that I really needed for this one is obviously the budget. So that's the cover. It's sturdy because I use my planners, and it goes in my purse and everywhere with me every single day. So that's what's there. In these pockets, there's nothing. There's a zip pocket here. That's where I put any extra cash I have, which I typically don't, because I don't typically use cash unless I am pulling from sinking funds. There's really nothing in any of these pockets. I just don't believe, I don't do ephemera. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Here, there's a teller slip. And on the back here, there is Post-it notes, but I made this little teller slip myself. if you're interested, I will link this. This is going to be a freebie for you guys. I'll link it in the description box below. Yeah, I use that to go to the bank. So let's go over sections real quick. Well, wait, no, I'll do my pins. So my pins are simple. They're both Frixons. This is a 0.7, regular. The Frixon clicker. You can get this almost at every US store you can think of. Pretty sure I got these at Walmart. And then this one is a 0.38 Frixon multi-pin that I got from JetPens. So it has gray. I don't care what anybody says. That's not black ink. It's gray, blue, and red. And then this eraser is white. I like the eraser on this one more than this one because this one looks like when you erase it, it looks black. This one, it doesn't leave any like black residue. But yeah, that's what the pins that are on this side. And then in the back here, there's the flyleaf, and behind there are all sorts of cards, medical cards, credit cards, cards in general. It's really none of your business, but that's what's back there. All right, so my tabs. My tabs are, okay, I made every single one of these tabs except for one, and I'll explain why. So I have a tab here for my spending log, a tab here for my bill tracker. I have my monthly tabs, January, February, March, April, May. And then back here, every single month, I'll have a You Are Here tab so that I know where I am in my system. And even further back, I have my expense tracker. So those are my tabs. So let's start off with the spending log. So here I have these spending log sheets that I actually made myself. Because this is a personal wide setup, I kind of have to. So I have the category at top, starting balance, date I spent, where I spent it, the amount, and the balance. I really should change this to be like store instead of description because I don't really write down what I bought. Obviously it's food because that's the category. But yeah, so this is how I initially track my immediate expenses. And I have one for all my spending categories that I use on the regular. Back here, I have a free printable from my minimal planner. It's her 2022 overview. I just use it to mark my paychecks, my paydays, and I just X them off when they come. And then on the back of it, I printed a 100 envelope challenge because that's what I'm doing this year. So the goal is to save $5,050, which is supposed to be going towards the fund to buy a house. That's what this challenge is about. And I highlight the numbers that I save whenever I, get paid or whatever. And each month I typically have a highlight color, and that's the color that I use to color in whatever amount I save whenever I save it, pretty much. And then we're gonna get into the Budget Mom Paycheck by Paycheck workbook, because that's pretty much what the rest of this is. So for her, she has like a budget category organizer. It's just you to list down your budgeting categories and what falls within those categories. So for my utilities, it's obviously rent, gas, electric, my phone, water, internet, things that are utilities. And she gives you up to 20 spaces. I'm at 19. Don't judge me. Basically, like, here's my thing. Budgeting and financial journeys are personal. It's yours. Not everybody is going to have the same exact financial situation, money situation, just life situation. It's not going to be the same as anybody else's. So what your budget categories may not be the same budget categories mine may be, because our lives are different. Our needs are different. So when coming into thinking of stuff like this, especially now with so many budgeting YouTubers and budgeting videos and Instagram influencers that are all about budgeting, like, just keep in mind take it all with a grain of salt. Okay? Like, don't compare, because it's pointless. Take bits of information that you need that'll relate to you and make a budgeting system that is perfect for you. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Now we're moving on. After the budget category organizer, she has like a financial plan goal sheet. One of my goals this year is to pay off one of my student loans. That's probably the most attainable student loan out of all of the ones I have. It's ridiculous. And over here, then there's the member and subscription reminder worksheet. And I use this to list out initially all my subscriptions, and I end up killing 4 by like February. Like finding unnecessary ones and ending up saving myself like a couple $100 this year. Then you get into your yearly savings, goals and events, and then yearly savings tracker, so you can track how your progress for those goals. Then you have like sinking fund visuals. If you're like the coloring sort, this works for you. Like you write down your total goal, divide it by however long you need, and you know, put the amounts in, color it in when you reach it. That's really it. But I use these for obviously my sinking funds. Then you're supposed to have this yearly spending overview where you write down all your expense categories and how much you spent and how much you made, so you can compare it from month to month to month. As you can see, I only did it for 1 month. The rest of them can suck it. I mean, I'll get to it eventually. I just haven't. Then you have your yearly balance overview where you can compare your savings balance to your debt balance, your retired balance, and your net worth. Here's the thing. I don't even care about like my net worth or my assets or any crap like that, because I have enough student loan debt to buy a house, because I went for a master's degree, because I was fed the dream of go to college, come out of college with a really good paying job, and if you want more money, go to college again, get another degree, get an even more good paying job, and here I am with a McMansion-sized house worth of student loan debt. So I don't care. So I don't personally track my net worth, because I know it's going to be in the negative until probably I die. But for this, the graphing part, I use to track my 100 envelope challenge progress and also my student loan debt payoff progress. Well, for that one loan, not for all of it, just for the most attainable one. Then I have my bill tracker where you write down all your bills, when they're due, when you paid them every month, check, 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 check. That's how that works. And then she has like a medical bill payment tracker. Now, I don't know if in the actual physical book she has like multiples of these, because the way it's, I don't know if you can tell, the way that it's done, it's like company payment plan, blah, 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 blah. But I just write down anytime we have any sort of medical bill, whether it's between me or my kid, and just write down what it was, what I paid when I paid it. And then there's like some notes. So like that's like the initial setup. That's not even like the actual monthly hadoodly-doo. So when I print these out, like I print them always in black and white, because I would say it's to conserve ink, but I have the HP Instant Ink subscription, so I don't have to worry about the cost of ink. But like legit, I'm not kidding, I don't like the colors. In case you need a reminder, for this one in particular, like she has a new updated one that's different colors and different designs. Like these are the colors that I was working with. It's not my fave. Like, no thank you. Hard pass. Like now she has one that's like that has like a peony design, and that's like my favorite. Like it's my first favorite flower. My second favorite is hydrangea, but that's besides the point. And I'm like, I really want that, but do I really want to spend like another, I don't know, $30 on the, or is it really 30? I want to say 20 bucks for something that I already have, because the best part about this planner is that it's undated. So you can print it indefinitely. And if I'm trying to save money, then I don't see the point in paying for the same thing again. I mean, if she has a sale, maybe I'll be tempted. But anyway, so each month comes with the title page, and every single one of them have the budget mom on it, in case you forget exactly what like whose money you gave for this budget by paycheck workbook. But so title page, you open it and then you come up with this calendar and it's blank. So you can either put your numbers in or write your numbers in for the month, any goals you have there. These tabs I made myself. We'll get into how I make those later. These stickers are from, and this washi are from the Honeybee Shop Babe Box subscription. So I just use those there because that was my theme for the month of January, both in this and in my regular setup. Typically, between my regular setup and my like all over my planners, I use the same theme, the same sticker kit, the same everything, because it's too much effort to do anything else. Then you get into the whole bill paycheck tracker on this side, where you have a section for income, bills, envelopes, because she realized like her system involves envelopes, sinking funds, any extra debt you want to pay, any extra savings you have for that paycheck. Then over here you have your cash envelope breakdown, where you write down the envelopes, the amount you want to put in those envelopes, and then figure out your cash denomination breakdown, any extra notes you have for this paycheck, and your priority goal. Like typically in hers, you get 5 paychecks worth. I don't get paid 5 times a month. I mean, that'd be nice, but I don't. So I only print what I need. Then you get your expense trackers here. I print enough to have enough for 2 separate ways of tracking money, because even it's like one's for regular checking expenses and then one for cash expenses. And here's the thing, I don't use cash. Like I just don't. That's one of the reasons why I made these spending logs right here, because when I use my card, I count that as cash because that's a fund that I save for. So, which I'll explain it better in detail in a minute. After that, you get your debt payment plan, your money net worth tracker, which I never use because it's depressing. Then you have your where did your money go, where you have your starting balance, your incoming balance, your total monthly income, and then you break down how much you spent every single, like for every single budget category that you had. That includes your sinking funds and the percent of income that you do. Then how much debt you paid off, your total monthly income, yada, yada, yada. And then on the back, you have a monthly comparison, spending comparison. So you can compare how much your income changed for that current month compared to the previous month. You list all your budget categories. And then you, from the previous month, so in this case, this is January, so you can write down all your budget categories from December, how much you spent, and the percent of the budget. And then you do the same things for your January budget. And then you log the change in the amount between each month. And the reason why you do this is so that you can see where your money is going. Like that's probably like the biggest, most important part of budgeting, is knowing where your money goes. That's the whole point of budgeting. You need to know where your money goes and have it all accounted for. So that way you can allocate your money to where you need it most and where you want it most. Make sense? Great. And then at the end, you actually get 6. I don't know. I think I have some for this month because I never cut into them. You end up with something like this. You get 6 teller slips. Now, originally, this is a 8.5 by 11 inch printable. So they'd be much, much bigger. But since I sized them down to personal wide, they're super duper tiny. And even though I tried to use them the first month, I realized very quickly that wasn't going to work, which is how I ended up making these teller slips for myself for when I go to the bank, because I don't write tiny. It was painful writing in this. Like after this, I ended up resizing it a bit too, because it was just too damn small. So it's basically been wash and repeat. This little thing is actually not a tab. It's a whole sticky note situation that I got from Cloth and Paper. I want to say, when was the last Chicago Planner Conference? So the first one, whenever the first Chicago Planner Conference was, that's when I bought this. 2019? Question mark. I don't know. It just seems like anything before the year that should not be named happened is like questionable. So after all of that, then I have some dotted paper here for notes. And in the back even more is this cream paper here that I also use for notes that actually came with the Moterm planner itself. It comes with a back pocket, and back here I literally just have like receipts and notes and coupons for my groceries because they be expensive. Inflation's a bitch. So what we're going to do today is actually set up for June. And to do that, I need to move this out of the way. I'm going to show you what I'm working with. So I have printed off more teller slips, which are just sticky notes. Again, I'll link the freebie for this down in the box below. I have the Budget Mom June printable set up for, I printed it in 55%, at 55%, not 100, so I can get it in the personal wide size. And then I'll show you how I'm going to cut it, because obviously you're like, how is this going to turn into personal wide? Like, how are you going to do this? I'll show you. I'll show you. Just trust me. I got you. Then I also have some more expense trackers here that I printed off. I tried to print it off front to back, but my printer is being a jerk face and it wouldn't print it. Like, this ain't even straight. This is completely crooked. When I tell you my printer has been acting a fool today, this is what I mean. Like, what is this? Why are you so crooked? But I don't need as many as this. That's just how that worked out. And I also need my labeler. Excuse me, where are you going? Oh, my fan's blowing. It's too hot to be without it. I'm sorry. Need my hole puncher. If you have like a regular planner hole puncher that's personal size, great. I don't, so I just use this. It's quicker for me anyway. And then I'm going to use one of the note sheets from Moterm to trace around here, these sheets, to get them the personal wide size. I need one more thing. I need my post-it tabs, which are hiding here, those, to help, because that's what I use to make my monthly tabs. I am also going to use, I printed off some more months for myself, and I'm going to use these printable washi strips from Print Petticoat Bandit. This is kind of a preview into my theme for June. Can you guess what it is? Let me know down below if you can figure out what my theme for June is going to be. But anyway, so I need that. And I think that is everything. That's all the things that I need. No, oh wait, that's a lie. Scissors. You need scissors. That's all. Yeah, that's all you need. All of this is all you need to make this stuff happen. All right, let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is that we're going to cut these down to personal wide size. I'm going to use this note piece of paper sheet thing as a template and trace them with my pencil so we can cut them out. I'm going to fast forward this for you because it ain't that deep. I will be using a ruler to help me make sure that everything is centered and stuff, but for the most part, it's just trace and cut. Okay, so now that these are cut out, the next thing I'm going to do is just use these as template to punch holes in them so I can put them in my planner. Do you really need to see me do this? Like, we're going to fast forward this. I don't think it's necessary for you to watch me do this. Oh Lord, I almost thought I fucked up. I didn't fuck up. It's fine. Okay, so now that these are ready to go into the planner, I'm going to cut some of these expense trackers out and punch them. This should go a hell of a lot quicker because there's lines on them already. So give me a second, I'll be back, I promise. All right, so these two guys are ready, and now there is one more thing to prep, I think, and then we can actually start putting this together in the printer, and that is the monthly tab. So like I said before, I use these Post-it tabs here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half, like so. Unfold it, cut it in half because I only need half of it to make the tab size that I need. Oh no, get back here. Put this little guy away for another monthly setup that I'm going to do. Now you can curve this now, you can curve this later. Typically I do the rounded edges. I don't want to particularly put this on something that is not white because it will pick up any ink. So I'm going to set this little guy aside real quick. Well, actually no, let's finish this tab. I'm going to pick a color from one of these. Okay, these are not going to work because they're super cut super tiny. I think I may choose this one as a washi. Oh wait, no, I have like half washies. Hold on. Like little quarter size washi strips. Do I want the watercolor or do I want these colors? I'm gonna probably go with this one. Or am I? No, I'm gonna go with the watercolor. The yellow watercolor. Oh no, that's a big one. Is a half one? Well, wait. You're not gonna fit over the whole thing. So I guess we're gonna go half and half. So half this, half that. Sure, Jan, let's do that. Let's do that. Push this guy aside real quick. I'm gonna take half of this on one side here. I typically start it at where the white part starts. I'm gonna put that there on the Post-it notes or the Post-it tab. There, straight across, and I take the other one. Actually, you can kind of see that it's not covering it completely. Hold on. I want some of this green on here. Come here. Do it this way. There we go. That's better. Take this other side here. Throw it down. All right, now it's time to trim. It's not very difficult to actually see through it, especially when you're like me sitting in front of a window, because you can actually kind of see through the tab. I hope you can see through it. So you can actually see the tab itself, so you know where to cut around. Just make sure you have good lighting when you do this. Oh, yeah, no, not a perfect tab. Not perfect at all. I'm actually cutting into the tab now. But whatever, it worked. Oh God, no. That's super crooked on that side. Hold on. Did I get it? Sorta. The ghetto. Okay, that's even-ish. That's good enough for me. Now let's do the June label on the labeler itself. If I can just turn this back on. I have a Dymo letra tag. I don't know, it's the cheapest. I know a lot of people use the Brother P1 or something, and it looks amazing. Like, it looks so cool, but it's out of my budget range. So I'm gonna type in June. U-N-E. Then I'm going to go to format here, choose my size. Medium is not, medium's too big. I don't know if it's small or extra small. I can never remember. I'm gonna go with small, because the last time I think I went with extra small, it was too small. I'm gonna double check my, yes, I'm using the clear plastic, and then I'm gonna hit print. Is that the right size? Probably not. Nope, you look too small. It is not. Medium it is. Format. Size. Medium. No, medium. Yeah, that's the size. I don't know why I keep thinking it's small. Oh, you know why? Probably because of the Hobonichi. We'll just save this guy for the Hobonichi. See? It's a drastic difference. We'll save that for the Hobo weeks, so I try and get my life together about it. Now we're gonna take this guy, peel off the back here, like so. Slap down June. Try and center it if you can. Now I like to fold it back because it just, the tabs have a tendency to get worn, obviously, from being in a planner and being used. So I fold them back to give my tabs some extra strength. So there's June. There's my tab. My tab. And now I guess it's time to actually throw these things inside of my binder here. So where's the back end of this? In real life, where are you? There it is. All right, so June. Just throw this bad boy in here. Going to figure out where I'm placing my tabs by doing one of these numbers. Where's my May? There's my June. So now June, somewhere around here. I try and keep it nicely lined up. Okay, so here's June. Okay, so I put my tab on the bottom. Sorry, I was out of frame because I couldn't see, because for some reason my camera wants me to be all the way up here today, and I'm typically down here in the frame where you can't even out of frame. Anyway, so this my June. Typically for June, I just have, this is probably the most decorative I've ever done a monthly. Like April, like all of them are typically pretty simple. So see, like March. But one thing is consistent. You get a piece of washi down here, you get a piece of washi up there. So I'm probably gonna use this rainbowy. Do I want to use like, maybe here, hold on, let's see. Do I want to use a piece of other washi? Or do I want to just leave this one alone? Probably, I'll just leave it alone. So there. Just gonna rip this a bit. If I can. Oh, that's fine. It looks a little ruined. All right, and on the top part here, I'm just gonna, no, that's too even. Why do they keep ripping so evenly? I don't want even. Even, Steven. There. And then I'm gonna set these guys aside. And then I have my little June sticker here. Well, you're gonna have to white that out a bit. Here, let's just pop these out. Just the monthly part. So I can make sense of this. That's really, really drastically different. So, maybe, where is the other freaking washi that I had? Come here, stay here. Oh, there it is. So, will this probably go? Or is it too much? Is it too much? Like, I feel like it provides some contrast. I don't hate it. It's not the worst, but is it enough? Is it too much? Is it, if I throw June here, is that fine? Yeah, probably. It doesn't look terrible. It could be worse. Let's try and make this a little bit more even. Like, it could be crazy worse, but it's not. Let's get this June up though, 'cause you're just, why are you crooked? Is it because you're sideways and I can't determine what's there? June, that's not bad. It doesn't look horrible, right? Question mark? I'm not sure. I'm hoping for the best here. Maybe, okay, maybe it's because it's behind this one instead of in front of it. Maybe that's why it doesn't look so bad. Come here. See if I can get this up a bit so I can put this down. Oh crap, now you're crooked. Okay, that looks a tad better, I guess. I'll leave it. It's done. It lives there now. It's not the end of the world. All right, numbers. Now I can write numbers here, or I can use regular numbers. So here's what's happening. I'm going to use this old school Happy Planner memory keeping dates and holidays book to put stickers down. I mean, I guess I could write them down. God, this shows how long ago I bought this 2018, 2019, Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, so in here somewhere, there are these super large, long Tim Burton looking stickers, and there's these tiny ones. I'm probably gonna end up using the tiny ones. Do I even, yeah, because because this is super tiny. So I'm going to transfer numbers from here to here, and I'll be right back. So after this, I basically write down when all my bills are due. I do mark my paydays. I have some old kits here that I'm going to use these payday flags for. That works with the colors because it's rainbow, so it doesn't really matter. And I have a payday on the 9th. Hopefully I don't have a bill on the 9th, and a payday on the 23rd. And then typically I mark my bills with dots. So I'm trying to see, let's see if this mile liner would work for this month. Does that go with that? Kind of. I don't know. Maybe I should go with purple. Is there a purple? Yeah, there is. All right. I have my pastel purple. That's going to be my color for June, and I'm going to mark every single place where there is an upcoming bill. All right. So typically at this point, I write out what bills are due on what days, but this video is becoming way too freaking long. But that's what I do. And then I write any goals that I have for the month, which I have a savings goal of save $667 for the month. I know in order to reach that, I have to work an extra 10 hours. And I think I need to cut back on my food spending, which has been a problem. All right, so now we're going to get this bad boy back into my planner. So let's put this monthly here. There's that. We can take out these old spending logs here, like so. Let me cut some slits in this one and these guys so I can just pop them in. And I'm gonna label them food, household, HBA, short for health and beauty, whoops, allowance, which is my personal allowance, what's after allowance, car, whether it be to fix or gas or whatever. And then the next one I label cigs because I vape, and I have since it became a thing. So pop these bad boys in. I double check to see whether or not I need new envelopes for my cash envelopes, because while I don't buy using cash, like not buy, while I don't carry cash on a regular basis, I do use cash envelopes for my sinking funds. I'll show you my examples if I can get to them. Okay, so move that. So these are my sinking fund envelopes. I have one for, you know, car maintenance, Christmas, actually let's turn it this way, birthdays, the 100 envelope challenge, homeschool, my kid, dental or medical, but this one's specifically dental, vacation, and a me fund. I used to have one for my car registration, but that was already due and it came and gone, so that's it. These are actually printables from an Etsy shop called, and the store name's like Arvabel. And these are some that I haven't actually printed out and used yet, because, you know, in the event that a fund comes, which it has, it's supposed to be, I need one for my my planner setups, my quarterly planner setups. So I'm just gonna cut this out and set this bad boy up. Planner shit. Okay, so this I need, so I'm gonna put this with the rest of my envelopes. That is the detailed flip through and budget setup that I use, that I've used all of 2021. That has helped me save like 11, no? That has helped me save it, like, what was it? What was my quarter three? Like almost $7,000 this year, just this year. So that's why I love it so much, because it helps me stay on track and it's working. And you know, when something works, you want to keep doing it. So hopefully this leads us, like me sticking to this budget system and using this budgeting system, leads us to our ultimate goal, which is having our own house, because I'm tired of renting. I'm too old for that mess. But all right, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Just ask me in the comments. I'm always around and willing to answer any questions you may have. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. If you found something interesting in this video, if you learned something new, click the thumbs up button. Please also, if you are a new subscriber, please go ahead and click that subscribe button. It's right down there on the right, and the little bell ringer next to it so you can be notified when I post new videos. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great week. Bye.